Okay, bunnies, I'm taking MAC's Painterly Paint Pot and this crease brush from Real Techniques, and I'm going to apply it all over my brows, and I'm also going to prime my eyes with it, and then blend it out with my finger. Now, if you've seen my brow tutorial already, you would already know that I put the primer all over my brow because my brows are tattooed, and I like to put this primer over because it helps cancel out the ink so I could do my brows the way I want it without the tattoo showing through. I'm taking my e.l.f. black cream eyeliner and this angled brush from Sonia Kashuk's. It was a limited edition set. I'm just going to start creating my brow. I want my brow to be very high today, so I'm going much higher than my actual tattooed brows. So I'm just going to create the shape I want and then start to mimic the hairs and get darker going down to the tail. Now, I don't actually have hairs except for the beginning part of my brow, which is very, very few. Now, if you have a lot of hair and you want to achieve this higher brow look and cover your eyebrows, I would recommend a glue stick, and there's plenty of videos on YouTube showing you how to do that. Next, taking this Coastal Scents Camouflage palette, which brings 10 concealers. I'm going to take this shade, which is actually 2-3 shades lighter than my actual skin tone, and I'm going in with this e.l.f. detail brush, and I'm just going to clean up the underside of the brow as well as cover up my tattoo tail end of the brow. If you do have tattooed brows and your tattoo brow is much darker than mine, I would recommend maybe a salmon or an orange corrector first, and then putting over the concealer on top to help mask the color of the ink. And then I'm going to blend it out using that same brush that we used to apply the primer. I'm just going to blend it all down. I'm not going to put the concealer on top because I don't want it to look harsh. I'm actually going to use my tinted moisturizer to go on top. Now I'm just going to set that concealer using the Warm Beige Press Powder from NYC, using another Sonia Kashuk brush. This is more of a very dense shading brush. Now it's time to start the eyeshadow. Taking my I Heart Matte palette by Wet n Wild, I'm just going to take the white shade on the same exact brush that I used to set my concealer, and I'm going to put that all over my brow bone and blend it downwards. Next, taking this Blackberry lip pencil. Yes, it is a lip pencil. I could not find my black pencil for my eyes anywhere, so I just used the lip pencil, which is basically the same thing. I'm going to make 3 points on my eyes. I'm making the first one right underneath my brow, and then I'm going to make the next one on the side, my outer corner, and then one more on my inner corner, basically creating a triangle but with dots. So basically you're just mapping out where you want your triangle cut crease to be and how high you want it to go. So you're going to match it up with the other side. And then I'm just going to connect the dots. I like to put my triangle cut crease pretty high so that when I open my eyes, you could actually still see that my cut crease is in the shape of a triangle. If you put it too low, then when you open your eye, you're going to lose the triangle, and no one's really going to know that your eye is a triangle cut crease. That I have my shape down, I'm going to start to darken the lines and bring out the liner to the side. Using this e.l.f. angled brush, I'm just going to blend out the liner that I put down. Now taking the Coastal Scents Creative Me palette, this is the first one they came out with. I'm taking this deep purple color and I'm going to go right over the black liner and blend it out. Now that I got all that color down, I'm going to switch brushes to this Sonia Kashuk crease brush. I'm just going to blend it out further and add a little more purple as I go to make sure it's nice and smoky and blend it out. Now, going back in with that e.l.f. angled brush, I'm going to take NYX's Hot Black Shadow and I'm going to outline the triangle like so and blend it out. But don't go too far into the purple because you don't want to lose it. You just want it to be very dark, outlining the triangle, so there'll be a lot of dimension. Going back in with that crease brush, you want to make sure that the black is blended into the purple. So I'm just taking a little more purple and blending it, making sure that everything's blended properly and there's no harsh lines anywhere. Now, going back in with the white shadow with that dense brush from before, I'm just going to pack it back on my brow bone and blend it into the purple. Now, taking NYX's Jumbo Milk Pencil, I'm going to pack that on the center portion of my triangle using a flat shader brush from Sonia Kashuk. So just pat it like so. Make sure not to touch the black eyeshadow or it will be a mess. And then we're going to throw some colors over the top. Taking this hot pink from the Creative Me palette. Yes, it is hot pink. It doesn't show up well on the camera. I'm just going to pack it on the outside portions of the triangle, like so, and make sure not to touch the center portion of the triangle because we will be putting white there in a little bit. Now going into the white shade from the I Heart Matte palette again, just going to pack that on using the same shading brush I used before for the pink, and just put it in the center of the triangle. Now I do this because it creates a 3D dimension on the lids, making it appear like your eye is really in a triangle shape, like your lid is coming out to a point. Now it's liner time. So taking the black cream eyeliner before from e.l.f., I'm going to go back in with the same brush that I used for my eyebrows, which is the angled brush from Sonia Kashuk, and I'm just going to deepen the triangle line and make it very nice and crisp and clean. Now using the Milk pencil again, I'm just going to place that on my lower lid using the flat shader brush. Once again, make sure you use a clean one. You don't want to get any of those colors mixed into the white of the Milk pencil. Just going to pat that with your finger and make sure it's all blended out, and then going back in with the brush that I used on my brow bone, the dense shading brush. I'm just going to pack all that purple on my bottom lid like so, making sure to connect it to the outer and the inner purples from the top. Now we're going to darken it, so I'm going in with the hot black again and a shading brush that I used before. I'm just going to deepen my lash line and drag it down, going all the way into the inner corner. Now I'm just going to go back in with the brush that we used with the purple before, and I'm going to blend the black into the purple even more. Now taking my crease brush, I'm just going to blend out the outer portion of the purple. Make sure it's all nice, no harsh lines. I know it looks crazy right now, but trust me, when the look is all complete, it's going to look amazing. So I'm taking this very thin brush that I believe I got from a craft store. And I'm going to start creating a triangle on the inner portion of my lid. Now when you do that, it makes it give even more 3D dimension to your eye, as opposed to if you were just to make your eyeliner go straight across, it would look kind of flat. So I want to do the 3D liner, so that's why I did the point, and then I wave it down into my eyeliner. So it's like kind of like the middle portion of a W. And I'm going back and forth between two brushes, my regular eyeliner brush that I got from a craft store as well, and the thinner one. I use a thinner one just on the center portion to try to get it that nice and crisp triangle look that I want. Now it's time for lashes. I'm taking Remy's 102 lashes from my local beauty supply, and I'm going to apply black tone glue to it. This is Duos. I'm going to set it aside. And now I'm taking my black Scandal Eyes pencil from Rimmel, and I'm going to line the entire rim of my eye. Now that my glue is dry, I'm going to apply it using my tweezers. These lashes have a very long band, and I decided not to cut it because I wanted the extra length on there. So I just took the extra piece of the band and curved it up into my liner, if that makes sense. It gave me an extra oomph at the end of my lashes. Now applying Salon Perfect 615 lashes that I actually cut in half, I'm just applying to my bottom lashes. Now, Maybelline's Falsy Push-Up Drama, I'm going to use that to blend my real lashes into the fake lashes and coat your lower lashes as well. As you could see, I suck at being in frame. Now the eyes are done, yes. Now it's time to prime the face. I'm using Blur and Redness Control Primer by Maybelline. This helps with the redness that I get on my face from time to time. Now I'm using Sonia Kashuk's Beige Tinted Moisturizer and a Real Techniques Complexion Sponge, the flat side, to apply it to my face. But not really applying it too close to the eyeshadow because I didn't want too much in that area, being that I'm putting the concealer and I didn't really want to look cakey like that. Now taking this Real Techniques pointed foundation brush, I'm just going to go around my eyebrows with that tinted moisturizer to make sure it's nice and crisp, and then blend it out using the Real Techniques sponge once again. Now I'm just going to highlight my face using this Light Master Concealer by Maybelline, and I'm going to apply it with the pointed foundation brush along my cheekbones, my nose, middle of my forehead, cupid's bow, and my chin as well. Now I'm going to blend it out using the Real Techniques sponge, but this time the pointed side. Make sure when you use your sponge it is damp. You don't want to do it when it's dry. Now I'm going to set everything using my Ben Nye Cameo Luxury Powder and this Powder Puff. I use Cameo Powder like I have said in other videos because I have a pink undertone and this powder just blends so seamlessly into my skin as opposed to the banana powder, which just makes my under eye very yellow and ashy, which I am not going for. Now using NYX's Medium Matte Bronzer and this huge face brush by Sonia Kashuk, I'm just going to apply that around the entire perimeter of my face, just giving me a wash of color all over. Now using this Real Techniques contour brush, I'm just going to contour again, making it even deeper into the hollows of my cheekbones, my jawline, as well as forehead. And then I'm going to wipe off my excess powder on my cupid's bow and chin and contour underneath my lip, my cupid's bow using this brush that I got from Walmart, and then I'm going to contour my nose. Now taking my Purple Passion La Femme blush and this angled blush brush, I'm just going to apply that above my contour and up into the sides of my head as well, near my temples. I was going for the very dramatic look since the eyes are so dramatic. I wanted my blush to be dramatic as well because this look is borderline drag, and I love drag makeup, so let's go for it. Now, Perfect Topping MSF, I'm going to highlight my face using this Bare Essentials brush. I'm trying out different brushes to throw on my highlighter. This one's not that bad. Now I wanted the extra pop on my cheekbones, so I went in with a Ready Set Glow highlighter from Violet Voss and their fan brush. I'm just going to apply that on top of the highlighter that I already put down to make it extra, you know. Now we're going to set everything. I'm switching it up and spraying myself with a matte finishing spray today by NYX. Spray that all over, let it dry. Now, Purple Rain lip liner. I'm going to line my lips and fill them. Now with the Ruby Kisses Bubblegum Pink Lip Lacquer, I'm going to finish off the lips. Bunnies, my camera died. All I did was Violet Voss's highlighter in my inner corners and the look was complete. So there you go, there's the look. It's super dramatic and you guys know I love the dramatic bold look. So if you recreate, please tag me on Instagram. Please like, comment, and subscribe, bunnies. Bye.